Today we're going to be talking about Arma Reforger's map guide. This entire video is going to be talking about the map, the symbols, and how to read it. With that being said, let's get right into the video. We're playing on the United States side, so we'll be talking about the blue symbols first, and then moving on to the rest after. So the first thing to talk about is the bases that we've captured. Now these square rectangles with that little symbol in the middle means that's the base we've captured. Now if I go ahead and hover over any of these bases, whether it be this one or this one, it shows you what you have at the base itself. At Coastal Base Morton, at the moment, we don't have anything highlighted down below, meaning we don't have anything built. Go back over the main operating base, you can see we have some stuff highlighted. The symbol all the way over to the left is the armory. The symbol next over is a light vehicle depot. The one next to that is a heavy vehicle depot, which allows tanks and such. The one over to that is a medical bay, followed by a living quarters. And then one of the most important is that lightning bolt. Now that lightning bolt is a radio tower. You need a radio tower on most bases to extend your radio frequency. I'll talk about that in a minute. The symbol over to the right of that is a helicopter pad, which we do not have. And then the last one all the way to the right is the fuel depot, which now with the newest fuel update, you should have at every base with a vehicle depot, or else you'll have no fuel in your vehicle when you spawn them in. Very important. And on the bottom row, you can see your supply symbol. And this one has 4,332 supplies out of 6,700. So that way you can see how many supplies you have out of the max you can carry in the base. Another thing to note, when you're hovering over the base, you can obviously see the symbols of what kind of stuff is built at the base. If you zoom in all the way, or most of the way, you can see where they're located. So you get the ammunition points here, vehicle depot, radio tower way down here. So if you spawn in the base and you don't know where stuff is located, flip open your map, zoom in, and you can see where the actual stuff is located. Alright, moving on to the next symbol, which are these rectangles with the X's in it. Now these are platoon leaders, or you can say group leaders. Now there's one group leader per unit, and they can have multiple people under your command, like in your group. They don't have to follow you, but they can follow you if they want. Essentially what it is, this shows you where your leader is at all times. Alright, let's use this for example. Let's see this person right here, Master J9153. Let's say if this person has 5 people under his command or in his group with him, it will not show you on the map where your teammates are. It only shows you where your commander is, like your group leader, whatever you want to call it. And it also shows you what frequency they're under, 38.0 megahertz. Alright, zooming out the map a little bit, we'll go back over to this base here where we had a radio tower. So you might be wondering, what are these little red lines, these faint red lines you can see here, going into the bases? These are all radio tower frequencies, meaning you hover over the base with the tower, they'll get brighter, and they'll show you exactly what bases they can extend to, meaning you can go capture any of those bases that are white with the green. And that rolls into the next thing, the green with the white. This is more or less a neutral zone, where the enemies don't have it and you don't have it either. It's owned by the FIA, which is an AI controlled faction. So when you go into these bases, you want to make sure you kill out all the AI, and then you want to capture the base. So the more towers you build at bases, the more radio frequency zones you can go to. You may be wondering, what are these little yellow symbols here? These yellow symbols here are unknown zones. So you might actually know what they are, but you can't go capture the base because we have no radio frequency. So if I was driving a Jeep down this road right here, as soon as I passed this zone and this zone, it would come up with a prompt saying radio signal lost, because I am not in the radio frequency zone anymore. That being said, just because we can't see this base doesn't mean the enemies don't own it. Obviously we're playing the US side right now, so the Russians might own this base and be a red symbol, but we can't tell until we have radio frequency to that zone. So you see at the top where you see the different symbols up top here. You can see me scrolling across. So you can get this protractor looking thing out if you really want to. There is objectives. If you want to see the actual names of the bases in order, you can even put up a compass up on the top left hand corner. You can even put a watch up there if you want to see what time it is and look how fast the time's going. Let's say if I wanted to push from Richmond to Figari, I can go into the pencil symbol, hit A again, it draws a little X with a pencil, and you can drag it over to Figari. And this indicates that I'm going to be pushing from this point to this point here. If you don't want to have it anymore, you go over to the X button here and hit it again. Now there's a lot more symbols that are available to use on the map that you might have seen before and kind of wondering what they are. So I'm on console. If you hit X, you go to this little wheel, you go commanding, or you go to markers. Go into markers, you get custom marker or military marker. Let's first go to the military marker. So the military marker allows you to mark any color, doesn't matter. I mean, obviously, right now we're playing the US side, so anything blue would be friendly, red enemy, and the green would be independent, like AI faction. So let's say I found a Russian vehicle or a Russian ambush somewhere. So once you've selected which faction you want to be talking about, whether it be friendlies or enemies, you go down to the category, which is land, air, installment. So let's go say land. Now this is just a land marker. Nothing really fancy to it. You can go customize it again. But if you want to go into more detail, you scroll down to Type 1. Type 1 allows you to specify exactly what that marker means. Infantry, motorized, armor, anti-armor, mortar, artillery, fixed wing, rotary wing, recon, supply, maintenance, medical, grenade, machine gun, sniper, light, mobile command unit. I mean, there's a lot. It goes on for a while. So you can specify exactly what that marker means. Alright, we're going to put it on armor. Alright, we're going to scroll down to where it says text. Right here. BTR. Now, that marker will say that BTR is here. There you go. Hit A. If you hit B, it'll get rid of the marker, and it won't save it. But if you hit A on it, it'll save it, and now this says that BTR was here. Here, maybe you placed in the wrong spot. Don't worry about that, because you can hover over it, and over in the bottom left corner, it says drag. Right stick down. You can drag that marker wherever you please. Bam, let's drag into the ocean, because I don't want people to think there's a BTR right over there. So, because I'm in a live match, obviously. So yes, that is how you do symbols. Alright, let's move on to custom markers. When you're in the custom markers, there are a lot of different markers here. And a lot of these, none of these have actual descriptions on them. So the most important thing is to write down the text exactly what it means. Some people might understand what some of these mean, like the flags, and these right here, landmines. But a lot of these don't make a whole lot of sense to some people. So the most important thing is to write down the text of what you're marking and what it is exactly. There's also arrows and maneuvers. Now I'm moving on to the next section. Supplies and fuel. So you see people doing supply runs and you're not sure where to get supplies. Anywhere on the map when you're looking. Now these depots can be scattered around the entire map. There's not going to be a whole lot of them, so they are far few between. Like there's one here. There's one over by Fagari. There's one up top here. And one over here. Those are the main ones I know about. And then let's talk about fuel. Fuel, if you don't have a fuel station at your actual base, or let's say you're going across the map and you're running out of fuel, you want to make sure you know where the fuel bases are. Anything with a fuel symbol like a gas station, you can go get fuel. So fuel depots are scattered all around the map. They're kind of located in convenient spots where you need to in between bases. So wherever you see a gas station, if you're passing by, make sure to stop and fuel up your vehicle. Now you might be wondering, how do I know where I am on the map? Obviously I can see other platoon leaders, but I can't see myself. Only way is to read this down below. You are western Everon, north of Morton Valley. So I already know where I'm at. I'm at Richmont right now, but it doesn't tell you which base you're at. So you look on the map, Morton Valley right here, and I'm north of that. So I would assume I'm somewhere in this region. Let's say if I went a little bit more north than I actually was, then it wouldn't say I was north of Morton Valley anymore. It would say I'm south of Moonstone Pond. Wherever you are on the map, it'll tell you where your nearest named location is. Keep that in mind. Some servers have a blue chip system where you can tell your exact, location and whatnot, but they took that off of this unfortunately because the mod had issues. So if you don't know the map, that's the only way to know where you are, is to read this down here. The other thing I'd like to talk about is the yellow lines on the map. The bright yellow line on the left hand side is a main road, meaning it's a 2-lane road with yellow painted lines in the middle. The light yellow line is a smaller paved road. The bright brown lines are more of a dirt road style, and the little black dotted lines are like a trail, more like a hiking trail. Alright everybody, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I really hope this helped you out as well. Please let me know in the comments below if this video did help. Let me know what I could have done better, and please leave a like, share, and subscribe. We're also doing a giveaway soon of this game, whether it be on PC or on Xbox. In the description will be a Discord and the rules of how to enter the giveaway, and I'll catch you guys next time.